Good evening, my name is Engineer Piyush Pandey and the topic for today's discussion is the telephonic interview. Ladies and gentlemen, telephone is also a mode of taking interview. It happens during initial screening phase. Suppose the organization is sitting somewhere else, organization is situated somewhere else, and the candidates which the organization is hiring, they are situated in a different city. In such a scenario, organization wants that one initial screening round must be done so that they can find out that which students are good and which are not good. And those who qualify the telephonic round, they must be called for the face-to-face round at the company location. So it is basically an initial screening round. So during a telephonic interview, interviewers ask questions related to the profile for which you are getting hired. They may not go into detail because they have this feeling that if somebody gets selected in telephonic interview, then they are definitely going to call that person for the face-to-face round and all the necessary questions will be asked at the time of face-to-face round. But yes, since the interview is happening in reference to a profile, definitely profile-specific questions will be asked at the time of telephonic round also. But there are certain precautions which you must keep in your mind while participating in telephonic interviews. Number one is you must select a quiet place to participate in a telephonic interview. Take your telephone to some room which is free from external noise. This is the first condition. Now, HRs always tell you in advance by email or by phone call that on what particular time and on what particular date the telephonic interview is going to take place. So you already know this thing well in advance. So on that particular day, you must take your telephone in a separate room, in a quiet room. Now, when the HR is asking questions, try to listen to the questions very thoroughly, and if you do not understand the question, please ask the HR to repeat. Because sometimes if you do not understand the question and you don't even ask the HR to repeat, you give a wrong answer and you may get rejected. When the HR is speaking something, please do not interfere. If you have any doubt, let the HR finish and then you clarify your doubts. Always keep a pen and pad with you at the time of telephonic interview because HR can tell you certain crucial details which you may not remember. That's why having a pen and pad with you is very important. Listen to the questions thoroughly, answer the questions sincerely. If you do not understand the question, please ask the HR to repeat. This is very crucial. So these are some basic tips for telephonic interview. At the end of the telephonic interview, the HR will automatically tell you that when the results will be declared. They often declare results by email. So, as the telephonic round is over, you must thank the HR for giving him the opportunity to participate in the interview of his or her organization. You must thank the HR. At the end of the telephonic interview, the HR might say, okay, this is the last question. Thank you very much for being the part of this interview. At that time, you should also tell the HR, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving this opportunity. It's a courtesy and it impresses the HR. Now, when the telephonic round is over, the HR will definitely give you results of this interview. As I said, the results can be given by a telephone or it may be given by email. So always keep your email active. Whenever you are in the process of participating in interviews, always keep your email active, ladies and gentlemen. When your email is active, all the communication from the organization will happen only on the email. So if you are not looking at your email on a daily basis, you are not opening your inbox on a daily basis, there is a possibility that you might receive the selection letter, but you do not know anything about it because you have not opened your email since last many days. So what happens, suppose you got selected in some kind of interview and the HR has sent you offer letter, joining letter on your email, but the HR did not call you to inform this. Because normally in corporate world, people use email very often. That's why they have this perception that, okay, everybody is very serious towards email. But sometimes the students are not much serious. So suppose you qualified the telephonic interview round and the HR sent you some kind of letter that you got selected or you have beaten the first round. But since you are not habitual of looking at your mail on daily basis, you did not open your inbox and you did not come to know about the results. So the HR keeps waiting for response of the email. And if you do not open the email for suppose 6 to 7 days, the HR becomes frustrated and your joining can be cancelled by the frustrated HR. That's why it is your moral responsibility that always open your email and always check inbox. This is very much crucial, especially in case of telephonic round. So this is all about telephonic interview, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you loved my video and I hope that you will follow these steps. Thank you very much. Have a great day.